Hey guys, so time for my May Shop My Stash. I didn't feel like doing the whole set up my tripod, have you looking at my makeup, because I just didn't. So I'm just gonna show y'all what I picked this month. Y'all already know how my makeup is pretty much set up. So just imagine that we're going through it, okay? I should have my April monthly wrap up, my April Shop My Stash wrap up already. I'll link it here so you can see what I thought about the products that I picked for last month, okay? So for this month, as always, let's start with palettes. And y'all know I go by my palette list. These are the palettes that we are doing in my makeup group on Facebook, and so I try to at least stick as closely to that list as possible, the ones that I have at least. Okay, so I'm filming this. It's gonna be the first full week of May. I think, what is it, May 6th starts that week, right? So for that week I'll be using the Chocolate Bar Gold palette. I think I've used this like once or twice. So I'll be using this palette for that week. Then I have Viseart. It's a Viseart Pick Your Pick or whatever. And since I have the Grand, almost dropped it. The Grand Pro Volume 1 and Grand Pro Volume 2. I'll be using these two for the next 2 weeks after that. So these will be used for 2 weeks together. Because one is all mattes and the other one is all shimmers, glitters, different formulas that aren't mattes. So I'll be using those two. And then to end the month, I'm going to use the Pinky Rose Bright Lights. And this was actually on the list. And funny, because the color that I have on my eyes today is actually from the Bright Light palette. And this look is in a Get Ready With Me. It might be up. If not, it will be up, okay? So those are the eyeshadows that are eyeshadow palettes that I'll be using for May, that I pulled for May. All right, so for foundations, I'm going to be using the Jouer High Coverage foundation is what I'm wearing today. Yeah, and then also redoing Too Faced Born This Way Chestnut, just because I didn't get a chance to use it last month. I also grabbed the Mary Kay Medium Coverage Foundation in Bronze 504. So I'm going to try this one, see if I like it, if I want to keep it. And then I have Double Wear Nude, Estee Lauder Double Wear Nude Cushion Radiant foundation. So that's what that looks like. And I have that to use also. For my cream bronzer contour color, I'm going to continue to use my Becca Ultimate Coverage in Cocoa. And then anything that I need a little bit more radiance in, like my Jouer, I will add a little bit of this Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation in Dark Golden. Since that's not really something that I would use on its own. Okay, so those are the foundations that I picked. For concealers, I have the Jouer High Coverage concealer, and then I have Maybelline Better Skin, and I have the Naked Skin in Dark Golden, and then I have NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in Mahogany. So I have like 4 of these. Not sure why. So I think this might be a good color, but we will see. If not, I'll just grab one of the other colors that I have. So those are the concealers. For setting the concealer, I'm going to be using MAC's Studio Fix Perfecting Powder in Medium Deep. Okay. And then for setting my face, I'm still going to use my Laura Mercier Medium Deep. And then for my kind of set my primer before foundation, I'm going to use this Huda Beauty Kafuna powder, or Easy Bake. What is it? Easy Bake powder in Kafuna. It's the yellow one. This is a little bit too drying for my under eyes, and it's very kind of light, so I don't like to use it for all over. But to put all over prior to foundation, especially if I'm using a kind of more luminous foundation like I have in the Born This Way and then the Double Wear Cushion stick Cushion Nude or whatever. It will kind of help with the oiliness that my skin likes to produce. Okay, so those are my kind of base products. All right, for bronzer, I pulled Marena Beaute, Ebene powder. It's that. And then I also pulled my Morphe again, because y'all know I'm trying to finish it. So I'll be using those two together. And then another kind of pressed product that I pulled that's in that whole bronzer highlighter drawer is, okay, this has like a film on it, but it's Fenty's How Many Carats. So I pulled that. It's like a glitter clear highlighter in a base. Y'all can't see it on my hand, but I pulled that because I wanted to kind of get more use out of it, because I don't think I've used it since I was on vacation last year. And then for blush, I actually just pulled a bunch of my La Femme blushes, and so I made a little blush palette with them. So these are all La Femme blushes. I'll list them individually in the description box, so you'll see the ones that I did pull, but they're all from La Femme. These are all very affordable blushes, and because I kind of am on that kind of kick where I'm doing like a very heavy blush, a very kind of draped blush look, yeah, I figured these would be fun to play with, so made a palette for that. And then as far as my highlighters go, I think I want to do colorful highlighters this month. Yes, this month. And so I didn't pick any of my singles, although I could. And if I bring anything else in, I will say that at my wrap up, my May wrap up. But I pulled the highlight palette in Unicorns from Lime Crime. So it has a kind of like, this is more of an icy color, icy purple. I don't really use that. Is that an icy? Let me, hang on, before I lie. And it's more, it has a gold shift to it. So I pulled that one, that's Unicorns. And then I also pulled Mermaids, which has a kind of blue, peach, and then a purple. And then I also pulled my Metal Crush, just because it's a very glittery formula and I like that. And yeah, those are really what I pulled. Yeah, that's what I pulled. So everything else, y'all know my lip colors. I don't choose my lip colors because lip colors are based on my eye looks, or like, you know, the looks that I create. So I can't really say what lip color I'm going to use because I need to see what the rest of the makeup looks like. So I don't pull those. And then things that I already have out, I am using until, I started using these in April. So July, I think I'll have been using the Yves Saint Laurent mascara in the Shock. Okay, I got this in one of those Sephora little sets. And then I've been using my voluminous primer for my eyelash primer. Of course, I do still have my Peach Perfect out. That's a staple. That's something that I buff with when I'm done with my makeup. And oh, I also pulled this. This doesn't have a name, but it's from 1675 Cosmetics. It's a highlighter. It's broken on the inside. So I'm going to see if I can repress it or transfer it to another container. But it's kind of a bronzy, a deep kind of bronzy highlighter. So I also pulled that. And then a new primer. I do have my other two primers that I had last month, the Dermalogica and the Cover FX. But I pulled this Illamasqua Matte Veil primer just because it's kind of a lotion in a pot. So I think I want to finish this because this is on its last leg as far as being okay for me to use. Okay, all right, so that is really those are what I pulled. And then for my setting sprays, I have my Scandinavia Oil Control Makeup Finishing Spray, and then I also have my Too Faced Peach Mist, which is something that I use. Oh, and I'm also trying to finish this one. This is a Boscia White Charcoal Makeup Setting Spray. This is something I use prior to makeup, okay, because it doesn't set anything, but I'll use this prior to makeup, and I'm almost done with it, so I hope to finish this by the end of May. But yeah, guys, so that is it. Make sure you let me know if you're doing Shop My Stash. If you do videos, let me know so I can watch them. And yeah, make sure you follow me on all my social medias, Ashley Kristena on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and Makeup Matters for Women of Color on Instagram also. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, please check out my podcast, House Noir, a Game of Thrones podcast, and you can listen to us on most podcast places, iTunes, Google, Spotify, all that, you know. Link is in the description bar or description box. And yeah, guys, so I will talk to y'all later. Bye.